Hey guys, it's Nathan here from Revolution X Games, and today we're going to be taking a look at a complete new series called Classic Games. Now I'll be doing this series, and this is where we take a look at a game that has come out on a previous console other than the PS3 and the Xbox 360, such as the PS2 or the original Xbox. In this series guys, I would really like to get some help from the viewers and some input, so if anyone used to play a game that they really enjoyed and they think that there should be a HD remake or a prequel or a sequel brought out, then don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section below and I'll take a look and possibly do a video about it. But anyway, the first game that I want to take a look at is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This was an absolutely amazing game, possibly one of my favourites, and I've had it for PC, PS2 and Xbox, and it was made in 2004 and released in 2004, and it was developed by Rockstar North and published by Rockstar Games. And it was originally released on PlayStation 2 and then was later brought out for the Xbox and PC. And a little fact which I didn't know until I researched it, it was the best selling game of all time on PlayStation 2 and sold almost 18 million copies. The game is set in San Andreas, and San Andreas is based on LA and San Francisco, and also some parts of it are based on Las Vegas. And basically the story all revolves around a guy called Carl Johnson, otherwise known as CJ, and he used to live in San Andreas, and he comes back after learning that his mother has been murdered, and he comes back to find his friends and family, and basically that's where the story starts. And like every other GTA game, you kind of go from rags to riches. If some of you viewers are new to the Grand Theft Auto franchise, then you probably recognise Grand Theft Auto 4, but I pretty much order you to go back and play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I even think it's better than Grand Theft Auto 4, even though it's on PS2 and Xbox. It was so much better, and I don't know why I find it so much better, but there's just lots of little reasons that I'm going to talk about now. First off, customization. There were so many places in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas where you could change the style of your clothes, and the clothes would range from cowboy hats to sportswear to boxing wear, and then obviously to your suits. And what was great was you'd start off with the crappier shops where everything cost like $10 and you could buy like a crappy jumper, but then as you progress through the game you could go to these high-end stores and buy the suits that you'd spend thousands of pounds on. Next, I want to talk about cheats. There was literally a shitload of cheats, and possibly my favourite one, and one that I'll always remember the game for, is the cars fly cheat. And I can't think of any other Grand Theft Auto game that has had the cars fly cheat, but I just thought it was absolutely amazing, and it was really fun too. I spent most of my time just flying in and out the buildings and around the map and getting 5-star cops and just pretty much dying straight away. The next thing I want to talk about is really little, but to me it's what made it really fun. It's the planes and the parachutes. In most of the other Grand Theft Autos they haven't brought out the planes, only helicopters, and none of them really have been bringing out the parachutes. And that's, to me, is what made it fun. I liked hijacking a plane and flying it, and then pretty much I didn't know what to do because I was so young, and pretty much just crashing it into the ground and dying. But with GTA 5, which is the newest one they're bringing out, they have said that they're bringing out parachutes and planes back into Grand Theft Auto, which I think will be amazing, and which is why I think this newest Grand Theft Auto, which is coming out, will be most like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Just a little thing that I want to talk about is the radio stations. The songs on this game are absolutely amazing, and there's still some that are stuck in my head, and I've only been playing it a couple of days, but they are really funny, and the people who speak on the radio stations are also really funny. They make me laugh so many times when I'm just driving through a mission. The last thing I want to talk about this game is probably one of the most important things, and that was the two-player aspect of the game. No Grand Theft Auto game has done like a free roam two-player version, and there was other parts of the game that were two-player where you could do little shooting activities, but this had full free roam two-player. Obviously this, you had to find the place where the two-player free roam was, but once you found it you could keep going back, and it was absolutely amazing. The second player could pick out of a couple of costumes of civilians that you'd see walking through the streets, and then basically you could just team up and kill people or drive about. You couldn't do missions, but you could still fly about, get the cops in you, and just basically rampage around the streets, and it was really awesome. If you're going to get the game, I would recommend playing it with someone else, finding the 2-player spot and playing it with another person, because it was absolutely amazing, and that's probably what I'm always going to remember the game for. That's all I've really got to say on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. If you are a Grand Theft Auto fan, then I'm sure you'll know that Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming out either this year or next. Most likely this year, I believe it is. And if you want to get your hands on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, it is on the Steam store for PC, and you can get it on the PlayStation Store now. It was just released a couple of months ago. And if you want it on Xbox, you would have to get the 250 gig and buy it on the original Xbox as that game. Guys, this has been Nathan from Revolution X Games. Don't forget to check out our channel and our other videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.